Okay, so here we have our second section, reconciling a bank statement. What that just means is the bank will tell you how much money it shows in its records, and you're going to compare that with the records you have and see if those are equal, so that you aren't losing any money from the bank isn't making any mistakes, and you don't make any mistakes. A couple things you'll be able to do. Okay, so we'll focus on checking accounts this time. You can make sure you write this to your notes. I'm going to move on. Pause the video if you need. So we're going to compare the bank and your statements. Some numbers you need to know. Account number. Many of you already have bank accounts, so you're familiar with that. Bank statements, again, that's what the bank releases. It says includes everything that's come out of and entered into your account. Starting balance is what you started with before the bank statement has been released. Ending balance is what you ended with for a certain period, after a certain amount of transactions. So here's the first example. Read through this. Okay, so right down below you'll see a bank statement and check register. This is what a bank statement looks like. So this is what the bank issues to you. You can also get this online. Many bank statements are online now. And this is a check register. This is your records. This is what you keep in your checkbook of everything that happens. This says what steps are needed to reconcile Michael's bank statement. Well, you see right here, you have an ending balance of $641.15, and the bank is saying that your ending balance is $628.23. So obviously there's some kind of discrepancy there. What you will need to do is you'll need to go through this and see all these deposits and withdrawals. These are the totals. See what's included in here already and which ones are not on the bank statement yet. Those are checks that you've issued but haven't been cashed yet, or maybe you made a deposit on a non-business day and you're waiting for it to clear. So those are the things you need to look for. For instance, we have a check 1772, check number 1772, which does not appear over here. So that must be a check that has not been cashed yet, or it wasn't cashed before the bank released the statement. Same thing with check number 1771. So that means that $15.29 should be taken out of this balance that I have not yet. Well, you also have some things that you've added in there, like a deposit of 35. I'm looking for a deposit of 35. There's a deposit of 35. Deposit of 100, there's a deposit of 100. And I see this deposit of 125 here, not showing up over here. So the bank hasn't cleared that yet. So that's why, another reason why your account's higher, showing higher than the bank's statement. Okay. So, putting all that together, this is what you'll do. You'll start with V, and you're going to want to keep good notes on this. You're going to start with this ending balance, which was $628.24. So a statement ending balance. $628.23 actually. Then you'll have total deposits outstanding. So you'll look at all deposits outstanding. That means the cash don't show up on the bank statement yet, but do show here. That's this 125. So that's where they get the 125 from. Total withdrawals outstanding. So it means anything that money's coming out that is not showing up on this bank statement yet. So we have, let's see, looking at all the money going out. So that's this column. We have this $15 that's not showing up yet. So there's $15 that are going out. We have $29.10, which also isn't showing up over here. The 158.08, that's here. 74.64, that's here. 46.50, here. $18, that one's not showing up. $9, not showing up. 1950s here. 48, not showing up. And 50. So if we add all these in red up, our outstanding withdrawals would be this number. If we add up all the other numbers, so outstanding deposits would be in this. These would be our deposits. We have 100, 135. So 135, the other 100 and the other 125 are not showing up. So that goes here. So here's our outstanding withdrawals. Those are all the ones that we did in red that didn't show up. All of our outstanding deposits. So if I'm going back to this, the reason why this one doesn't count is because of the date. Okay, so outstanding withdrawals, outstanding deposits. You take the statement ending balance from what the bank says you have, you add the deposits, and you subtract the withdrawals that are not counted yet. So the ones that you have in your records, they don't have in the records. And then you get your revised statement. So this is after the bank clears those, this is what your statement will end up being, and you compare that to your statement balance, and it should end up being the same. Now I'm finding a penny here. There's a mistake on this key. This should be 23, and this should be 13, not 14 cents. Okay? So make sure you understand that process. Go back through this a couple times. So here's example 2. We're going to read this. We're going to do it the same way, only we're going to use a spreadsheet to reconcile. So make sure you pause this video. Okay, so I'm going to use the spreadsheet. I have outstanding deposits. That's things in the record that the bank does not have yet. So you can get those numbers through this example. And outstanding checks, so things that checks you've written that have not yet been cashed. So they're coming out of your money. It's supposed to come out of your account, but it has not shown yet. They said that the check register balance is $3,839. Your statement ending balance, yours says $3,450. So you want to know where's the discrepancy. So in order to figure out this, you need to do some totaling. So if I want to know the total outstanding deposits, let's put that in column 10. I'm going to put equals. Remember doing this sum, parentheses. Now I'm going to select the columns I want to add. Okay, so that means there's 2,579 outstanding deposits. I'm going to do the same thing for outstanding checks. Now instead of writing the function again, I can just copy it from here. I'll copy the formula, and it'll add up with outstanding outstanding checks. So you get this. So make sure the numbers are correct, and they are. So now I want to do my revised statement balance. So that would be equal to this column, what my registry shows, minus the outstanding checks that aren't included yet, plus the outstanding deposits. And notice these two numbers add up. So that means that my registry is correct, even though the statement from the bank is different. It's because these things haven't been included yet. Okay? So for instance, if, let's say this was $25, now they do not equal each other, see? Okay, so that's using a spreadsheet. Basically, you're going to take your statement from the bank, so you're going to take the bank statement amount, you're going to subtract the outstanding checks, so those are things that haven't been cashed yet. Comes from here. You're going to add the outstanding deposits, so that's anything that any money put in your account that the bank hasn't shown yet, stuff that hasn't cleared. That comes from this. And this should equal your registry, your records. So everything we've learned to do up to here was your check registry. Now we're saying compare this to the bank's records and make sure they're equal. So we're going to do this often, so make sure you read through this process again. Make sure you can duplicate this process. Refer back to this video if you have any questions on this homework. Okay, and make sure you're showing all your work inside Brain Honey. There's only a couple examples that you can't show all your work for in Brain Honey, and that's because you have to print out a check registry in this unit. So other than that, good luck.